Good morning to our friends on the West Coast. Good afternoon to our friends on the East Coast. Thank you for joining us today on our webinar, India, Nepal, and Bhutan through the eyes of India Exotica Travels. My name is Ana Camerar. I work with Emerging Destinations, and we are a sales and marketing representation company in US and Canada. Today, I will be joined by Manoj Sharma, who is the Managing Director of India Exotica Travels, our newest partner in the portfolio, who will be presenting these amazing destinations in Asia, as well as his company. But before passing everything over to Manoj, I just want to give everybody a brief overview of our company, as well as some housekeeping notes to go over today's training session. So regarding our company, as I was mentioning before, we are Emerging Destinations, a boutique sales and marketing representation company, which was created by Jane Barron, who is based in Atlanta, in Georgia. And we are a team of 4. We have Paula in the West Coast, Jenna in Canada, and I overlook the East and South, the East Coast and the South of US. Between the 4 of us, we are traveling across the US and Canada, presenting the different partners that we have in our portfolio, which is divided in the clients or the partners we have in Africa. We have also partners in Asia, like India Exotica Travels, some partners in Europe, and finally, some partners in Central and South America. Basically, what we do, we help the travel trade, the travel advisors like you, to sell with confidence the destinations and the partners that we represent in the portfolio. So from now on, anything you may need from any of the clients or the partners that you can see on your screen now, please feel free to reach out to us. You can see my email address at the bottom of your screen, and we will be happy to either schedule a one-on-one appointment either with us or with any of the partners that we have in the portfolio, as well as we will be happy to help you with any booking requests, putting together an itinerary, or if you need a VIP or a welcome note for any of your clients traveling across this beautiful world, please keep us on the loop and we will be more than happy to help you. Regarding this webinar, just for you to know, this webinar is being recorded. So if you need to step away or answer the phone, don't worry about that. We are recording this training session and we will be sending everybody this recording later this week, so you will be able to watch it again. Also, we are uploading this webinar recording on our YouTube channel, Emerging Destinations. So if you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, we encourage you to do so. And there you will find all the different webinars and training sessions that we and our partners in the portfolio, we are continuously conducting just to train and to share with all of you all the different news and updates that each country and each partner in the portfolio is having lately. You will also find this webinar recording on the upcoming newsletter, so you can also find that there, okay? And last but not least, at the end of Manoj's presentation, we will be answering all the questions that you may have for Manoj, either about the destination in general or about India Exotica Travel. So please feel free to type your questions on the control panel on your right. And at the end of the presentation, Manoj will be answering them one-on-one. So this is briefly a brief overview of Emerging Destinations and how we are handling this webinar today. So as I was mentioning before, today's webinar is being presented by our newest client in the portfolio, who is India Exotica Travels. And this webinar is being presented by Manoj Sharma, who is the Managing Director of India Exotica Travel, a DMC company that was created or founded 15 years ago in 2010. So over to you, Manoj.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. As Anna explained, my name is Manoj Sharma. I am from India, lives in Delhi. And today I am going to be presenting uh, India, Nepal, and Bhutan through the eyes of India Exotica Travels. Basically, in this webinar, I will be I will be sort of breaking the webinar into three different things. The trip for the first time visitors, people who have never been into this part of the world, what kind of trip we should be offering them. Then the people who have done one main trip of the destination, what else is available as their second trip. That is something that we will talk about. And then I also want to devote a little time on what we call the deep dive, the deeper exploration, because India, Nepal, and Bhutan are some of the oldest countries, some of the oldest culture, and people end up doing multiple trips into these areas. So what is possible for someone who wants to do a deep dive into these areas? So these are the three sections that I would like to divide my webinar into. So let's go. First of all, a little bit about myself. My name is Manoj Sharma. When I was in my school and my college, I was part of the hiking group, hiking club, and I learned early on that if I was nice to my teachers and if I cleaned the tents and cleaned the utensils, they would be happily accept me as a volunteer, and I would end up traveling on those trekking programs for free. So by the time I finished college, I had done quite a few Himalayan high altitude treks in the Indian Himalayas. Then I joined an adventure tour company and I became a trekking guide. I was doing trekking, mountaineering, and cultural trips across India, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Tibet. Uh, in the last 37 years, I've been in this trade in the last 37 years, and I can say I have led over 200 groups into these destinations. I have personally visited over 400 destinations, 400 points into these various countries. Uh, uh, I used to live in San Francisco for over a year when I was trying to sell tours to India. And among the highlights that I like to call in my career was a personal meeting, personal audience with Dalai Lama ji. I think he liked me. I also guided the Everest 50th anniversary trip of National Geographic with Peter Hillary when they were celebrating the 50 years climbing of Mount Everest. And recently, we also set up a Guinness Book of World Record for highest piano performance in the world, where one of our client wanted to play piano at 19,300 feet. So, we are doing those kind of trips as well. And then, 15 years ago, I decided to form India Exotica Travel because I wanted to have a little bit more immersive programs, immersive itineraries in the program. That was my intention to start this company, India Exotica Travels. We are based in Delhi. Currently, my office, we have 12 people in my office, 12 travel advisors in my office. And two of our people speak French. And one of our company policy is that everybody gets to travel at least one fam tour per year. And invariably, most of the people end up traveling more than one. So we are very much a knowledge-based company where people have personal experience of traveling in those destinations that we recommend. We also have a very good network of English and other language speaking tour guides, so that in case it is a French client or a Spanish speaking people or English speaking people or any other language, we will be able to provide you very qualified guides to travel in these destinations. India Exotica Travel at a glance, as I said, we have 15 years of experience in working in North American market. We are working with some of the most famous tour operators from this area into India, Nepal, and Bhutan. We're handling their FIT as well as group programs. We are collaborating with many schools for their overseas programs. We are also expert in photography. I have been doing photography myself, and I have led over 15 trips for National Geographic as a co-leader on photography trips across India, Nepal, Bhutan, and Sri Lanka. And we have a very good collection of in-house photographs also. We have a sales office in Paris. We have a French girl who works for us, and we attend various trade shows in Europe. We go to Berlin for the ITB. We go to World Travel Market in London. We go to Top Reza in Paris. We do a lot of road trips, road sales trip in Europe. We have also been doing road sales trips in US. And now with our partnership with Emerging Destination, I hope to be doing more sales trip when we are in US and in Canada. So before I go deeper into this, I want to say that as a company, we are very, very committed to making sure that our tours are sustainable and they help the local communities. I myself grew up in a village, so I understand many of those concepts. So when we organize a trip, we definitely want to create a very positive impression of our clients to the communities that we are visiting. We visit villages, we meet the artisans in those villages, we encourage people to buy things directly from the artists in those areas. We do home hosted meals. We encourage people to, participate in local events. Whenever there is a cultural troupe in a particular village or a town, we encourage people to use their services in our travel program, either through workshops or through visiting their performances. We are also environmentally very, very conscious about that. We do a lot of wildlife promotion in these parts, and we work with many of the lodges who are dedicatedly protecting the environment. India is one of the biggest for tiger protection, and there are a lot of anti-poaching efforts. We are members of the tour operator for tiger project. So these are the things that we find are very, very important in our work. So we are very, very committed to making sure that our trips are very, very sustainable. So starting our program. So the question is, somebody wants to come to India, Nepal, Bhutan, what would be the single biggest highlight for them? And over the years, as I have met so many people, consistently one thing comes out, that they all want to see Taj Mahal. Not all, but at least a large number of people want to see Taj Mahal. No doubt it is still one of the most important attractions. So if somebody has never been to this part of the world and is coming, make sure that he goes to see Taj Mahal. India is also very famous for its tigers, and it is very much possible to see tigers when you are seeing Taj Mahal. So we call a trip called Taj to Tigers. This is a luxurious trip where you get to see Taj and you get to see tigers. When you are doing that trip, you can easily do a 8, 9, 10-day program. You will visit Delhi and the Tiger Park and Agra for Taj Mahal, and also visit city of Jaipur. It is one of the royal cities of Rajasthan. When you're doing this program, some of the most luxurious hotels of India are there. Hotels like the Oberoi Amar Vilas in Agra is really special, where every single room has a view of Taj Mahal. You have 300-year-old Rambagh Palace in Jaipur, and then the famous Oberoi or other hotels are available in Delhi and in Ranthambore. If your clients have time and they want to, another thing that we do in this particular trip is we do many experiences. You could have a yoga for your clients. You can have a cooking demonstration. You can meet various artists on your journey. We can even take you to see a Bollywood movie in one of the local theaters. Bollywood movies are some of the most famous movies of India. If you want, you can extend this trip and you can visit other sites. We highly encourage to visit sites like Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, Udaipur, Jawai, the Leopard Park. These are some of the stunning destinations. Again, in these destinations, some absolutely amazing hotels are available. So your clients will really feel like royalty when they are traveling in these destinations. If they want, you can also add a dose of spirituality by adding the city of Varanasi. Someone says that the morning boat ride on Ganges is perhaps the most spiritual experience one can experience in a lifetime, which is very, very true. In Varanasi also, you can have some amazing hotels. For example, the Hotel Bridge Rama Palace is situated right on the bank of the river. So it's a great place to explore Varanasi from this destination. Another option for a first-time visitor, in case they want to not stay in big cities but go into the remoter areas, I would call it the Jungle Book Tour. They can visit some of the famous wildlife parks of India, the Central Indian Wildlife Parks, for example, Panna, Bandhavgarh, Kanha. These are the parks which were like the background for Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book, hence the name. They can also visit Kaziranga in the east and explore one-horned rhinos and elephants when they're traveling in these destinations. Again, some of the most charming hotels in the destination. You know, there's some amazing wildlife lodges in that area. From Taj to TUTC to Oberoi is also opening up lodges now. In the Far East, in the Kaziranga, you have the Diflu River Lodge. Excuse me. And then another trip which comes to mind is the trip which would take them from, we call it Himalayan Kingdom. Nepal was a kingdom at one time. Now, of course, it is a republic, and Bhutan is still a kingdom. So the Himalayan Kingdom tour, where you visit Nepal and Bhutan. If you are in Nepal and Kathmandu, one of the most amazing thing to do is to take a mountain flight and see Mount Everest up close from your plane. You also visit Bhutan and see its cliff-hanging monasteries, participate in some of their festivals, the charm dance festivals. So this is another destination which could be a first-time visit to the area. Again, some absolutely stunning lodges. Aman Group has 5 lodges now in Bhutan. In Kathmandu, you have the heritage look Dwarika Hotel, which is a painfully restored hotel. So now comes what would be a good second trip. You know, people have been to India now, India, Nepal, and Bhutan. What would be interest to them for a second trip? And we would highly recommend a visit to south of India. We say that north is very aggressive, very, you know, everybody is a bit pushy, but south is very different. It is very gentle, it's very laid back. You are floating on houseboats. The people are very nice. There is tea and coffee plantation, old culture, old performing arts like Kathakali there, some amazing UNESCO World Heritage Site temples there, and houseboats you can just laze around. You know. So that's the wonder of South India. You can easily do a 10-night program to a 2-week program in the destination. Then you can have another trip in India, which I love, which is, we call it the Little Tibet, because Ladakh, because they say that the Tibetan culture is preserved way better in Ladakh than it is in Tibet. So if you want to have a real taste of Tibet nowadays, you should go and visit Ladakh. One very important thing about Ladakh is that the highest sleeping altitude on a trip like this could be 11,500 feet, and the highest traveling altitude could be 17,600 feet. So you require a little bit of a health checkup for your clients before they are encouraged to go to this area. But once they arrive there, they will just love the monasteries, the people, the remoteness, the ruggedness of the destination. Another thing we highly recommend when you are doing these tours in North India, in Rajasthan, in Ladakh, in Kathmandu, or in Bhutan, or in South India, is that we encourage that a festival, a local authentic festival, be included in the program. The reason for that is that This is the time when the local community comes with their very best in terms of dresses, in terms of their rituals, in terms of their gatherings, in terms of their singing and dancing. So festival time, if you can include in the client's program, would be really a value addition. There are amazing festivals like in the month of October, November. In Rajasthan, you can see Pushkar Festival, where more than 50,000 camels come for buying and selling in a very rural setting. It's a phenomenal place to be. Or you can participate in a holy festival in Rajasthan. This comes in the month of March. A lot of color is thrown, a lot of singing and dancing and merrymaking in the festival. In South India, you can participate in one of the Theyyam festivals. This is when the people go into a trance and a god apparently enters their body, and then this dance, amazing festival ritual. Or if you can go to the east, the far east of India, the tribal belt, where you can see festivals like Hornbill, where you get to meet the headhunters, some very interesting tribal communities in the area. This is also the area where we have a lodge, a very basic lodge, to make sure that people are very comfortable when they are traveling in this area. Or you can visit Kavant festival in Gujarat. This is the festival which takes place again in the month of March. This is when the young men and women of the community come together to find matchmaking, and there is a lot of singing and dancing. This is in the state of Gujarat. Or you can participate in many mask dance festivals of Ladakh and Bhutan. There are a huge number of festivals starting from February, March, April, May, June, then all the way till October, November. And you can see one of the charm dance festivals where the monks of the monastery wear very colorful traditional masks, and they dance in the courtyard of the monastery with very symbolic, ritualistic rhythm. Then I will talk a little bit about the deep dive. Once you have seen the big areas and you still want to explore more interesting things, more photography oriented things, more remote cultures of India, then there are some amazing tours focusing, for example, in Gujarat. Gujarat has like a lot of tribal communities there. Gujarat is also very famous for its textile. So you can combine and do a textile and tribal tour. There are communities there who are nomadic. They travel in search of greener pastures, and they carry everything on top of their camel like this, and they go every day or two, they move from one place to another. Or you can visit the tribal community in central India, in the states of Odisha and Chhattisgarh. These are, again, some of the most amazing tribal communities. The tribes here are so primitive and so restricted that we cannot visit their houses. We cannot visit their villages. Once a week only, the tribes come down from the mountain to sell their produce and buy a few things out of that. And this is the only time when we can meet these people. So they are that remote from the main civilization. And we are allowed to interact with them for about 2 hours or so. So a trip to Odisha and Chhattisgarh is very fulfilling if you are looking to meet what we call as the Adivasis, or the original people of India, as we say. Or you can also visit the northeast of India, do a tribal tour there. There are what we call as seven sisters, 7 states like Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Manipur, Tripura, and some of the most colorful, remote, hidden tribal culture is present there, with their amazing tattoos, amazing cultural programs, amazing villages. Again, a very, very nice area to visit to. So these were the 3 things that I wanted to talk about. And then a few basic housekeeping things like visas. India is now becoming very proactive in giving visas. E-visas are available for 1 month, 1 year, and 5-year multiple entry e-visas. For Nepal, you can get visa on arrival. For Bhutan, a special visa is required to visit Bhutan, but India Exotica will ensure that you get the visa for Bhutan. With respect to flights, there are many direct flights now coming from different cities of US into different cities of India. And then there are many one-stop flights available to all the way to India, Nepal, and Bhutan. So this was a little presentation I wanted to say. You can get a lot more details, much more intricate details on our website, or you can always send us an email if you have any questions or clarifications. As I said, we have a huge bank of photographs. We travel ourselves to these destinations, and we are very much looking forward to making sure that your client have the most amazing experience when they are traveling into these destinations.
Thank you, Manoj, for your wonderful presentation. And if you can keep your presentation on the last slide, so people can keep your contact information for anything that may need in the future. Now, I encourage all the travel advisors connected today to type your questions on the GoToWebinar control panel on your right, as Manoj will be answering them one by one. So the first question we have for you, Manoj, is regarding the seasonality. Is there any like rainy season, dry season in India? I assume maybe it depends on if we are speaking about the north or the south. So not sure if you can explain us a little bit which are like the different seasons and which areas you recommend to visit in which month.
Right. So the season in this area is actually very interesting. India, except the high mountains, are open. India, Nepal, and a little bit of Bhutan are open all the way, you can say, from October till about April. There is absolutely no problem. Then the high mountains like Ladakh opens up around May and goes on till September. Kathmandu, depending upon what you're doing in Nepal, if you're doing the classical sites, it is again the best time is from October till about April. But if you're going into high climbing areas, then perhaps you can't do that in the month of December and January. Same is the case with Bhutan. The good time to visit there is from, you can say, September all the way till May is very good time. But if you are planning to go high, like if you want to do some hiking programs, then you should avoid December and January in that particular area. Monsoon time in India is normally from end June till about middle of the September. It is a very interesting answer because many people find that monsoon could actually be very good because, other than the fact that it can rain a lot, but otherwise the temperature comes down very nice. But still, the best time I would say would be from October till about April.
Awesome, thank you. Then the second question we have for you, is there any vaccine required to enter India that you are aware of?
No, currently in India, there is only if you have been to a yellow fever country, then only you may require a vaccine. Otherwise, from US and from Canada, you do not require any kind of a vaccination if you are coming to India or Nepal or Bhutan.
Awesome, thank you. Then we have a question from a travel advisor is asking, how about visiting, sorry if I'm not pronouncing correct, Kashmir?
So, yes, Kashmir, as you all know, we have had a problem in the month of April, and then we had a little fighting with Pakistan after that. But you would be surprised and interested to know that tourism has already started in a very big number in Kashmir. To give you an example, already something like 25 flights are going from rest of India into Kashmir. The houseboats are again doing very well. They are selling out very well. So Kashmir has become very much operational. All sites are open. Even during when there was a little problem, many people were still visiting. There are some travel advisories for people from outside, but within India, all tourists are visiting Kashmir without any problem. And I'm talking about like thousands of people are going there every day, even now.
Wow. That's great news. Then regarding booking with you, do you work with net rates and do you also offer commission if travel advisors prefer to have like a gross proposal, a commissionable proposal, or how do you work each itinerary?
Yes. So typically we have been giving net rates where you can put your own markup and send us the money separately. But if you want that we give you a commissionable rate and then the client is paying us directly, we can do that also, and we can give you back your commission both ways.
Okay, so in any case, we highly recommend Travel Advisor when requesting a proposal, a quotation to India Exotica Travels. Please tell them if you prefer to receive net rates or if you prefer to receive commissionable rates, so they can quote the way you prefer to. As for payments, do you process credit cards? Is there any fee for processing international credit cards?
So this is a little thorny subject, actually. As a DMV, we accept only bank transfers. The reason is that the government of India is not very comfortable in having a link-based payment system. So I think last month only they have suspended many credit card payments because there is a lot of scam going on of the credit card. So they are saying that they are not allowing many systems to accept credit card payments without physical card swipe, so to speak. So this is a problem that we are facing. Therefore, currently we are recommending that you send the money only through the wire transfer, which is very easy. You can do it from your home, and the payment comes to us very quickly. And very few charges are there. There is almost, I think, $20 charge only to transfer, no matter how much the amount is.
Oh, that's good to know. It's nothing. Okay, then the other question we have from Marcos, are you offering any like special farm trips to travel advisors, or are you offering any like special rates for travel advisors interested in visiting India for the first time so they can sell the destination with much more confidence? Is there any like special conditions?
We always want people to come and organize and do a fam tour to India. So we offer special rates for those particular programs. So anybody who is interested, we can do that. This is on demand basis, in the sense that if you want to do a fam tour, you can do that. With respect to doing a fam tour for many people together, that is something that we and Emerging Destination will talk about as to how we can organize something of that type.
Awesome. But in the meantime, if anyone wants to do India, please just send Manoj an email with your travel dates and all the information. I'm not sure if you are traveling with your partner, with friends, so he can take a look at your request, and depending on availability and a lot of factors, he can answer and offer something, of course, special, so as for you to visit India and also to experience India Exotica Travel services. Okay, so the last question I have on the control panel, are you getting families or is more like couples?
Oh, we are getting everything. We are getting families, we are getting couples, we are getting individual people also. So we are getting, single person traveling alone also. So we have a whole range in that sense,
Okay, so it's not that there's an age restriction, or you recommend maybe families traveling with kids, let's say 10 years old and above. There's no restriction at all.
No restrictions. I mean, the only restrictions would be things like certain hotels allow extra bed till certain age, certain hotels
Yeah,
allow a
of course.
separate room and things like that. But other than that, there is no restriction. And we even have certain special programs which are dedicatedly meant for couples with children, so that the children also don't get bored when they are traveling. They also have many things of interest for them when they are doing the things.
Awesome, super clear. So we don't have more questions on the control panel. So I think this is all for today's webinar, our first webinar with India Exotica Travel. Please, travel advisors, stay tuned on the calendar because, of course, we will be conducting more training sessions with India Exotica Travel. And this is just the first one, but we will be exploring and diving deeper on the different areas or the different niche that can visit India. So as summary, please check your inbox, check your spam folder, expect to receive an email from me or from Emerging Destinations, as we will be sending everybody a follow-up email which will include the presentation, this webinar recording, so you can watch it again or share with your team, as well as some useful digital materials from India Exotica Travels. Please do help us to sell these amazing destinations. India Exotica Travels is an amazing partner. We are really very proud of having them with Emerging Destinations, and we are sure that they are the best ambassador that you and your clients can have in India. So please give India Exotica Travels a try next time you have a request for India, Nepal, or Bhutan. So that is all on my side. I will give Manoj the last few minutes for him just to wrap up. So over to you, Manoj.
Well, thank you very much, Anna. This was fantastic. I really enjoyed making this presentation and good to hear all the questions. And again, I say that India is, they say it is, I think, 26 kilometers longer if you come to India, to Delhi from San Francisco, from Pacific, than if you came via Atlantic. So it is farthest, most probably, from US to go to come to India. But once you arrive here, you will find that this is really, really, truly a spectacular destination. And people who come here end up coming here again and again. So you can actually have sell the same client 2 or 3 or maybe 4 trips in their lifetime into this particular destination. It is that kind of a place. So with this, I would say, look forward to working with you all.
Thank you. Have a great